we got a chip on our shoulder. We understand that this year it has to be end different. This program is not about taking second place. We always want that first.
Jay Stemman here with Flag Family Media. I'm joined by Barika Kpeenu, one of the running backs here at NDSU. Barika, it's been a while. I saw you when you were playing, your senior season over at West Fargo Cheyenne. Now you're in your second year or third year?
Third year.
Third year here at NDSU. How has the transition gone from being a West Fargo Cheyenne Mustang to an NDSU Bison?
I mean, at first it was a little hard. You were a freshman, you trying to figure your place on the team, trying to learn the playbook and stuff like that. But just having 2 more years of fall camp, and now this is my 3rd year of fall camp, and getting the plays and understanding the plays and understanding where your role is on the team, it's been a lot better. So just finding your role, and I'm more confident, that's for sure.
Well, you were an explosive player, to say the least, at West Fargo Cheyenne. You were one of those players for the Mustangs that anytime you got the ball, you could take it to the house. So I know that obviously that ability is still there when it comes to being an NDSU Bison. What have you been working on to get that playing time on the field with that first string offense?
I think just most part understand the playbook. If you don't know the playbook, you're not gonna feel the field, I feel like. And just I want to be more well-rounded. Coming in, I feel like I wasn't maybe the best receiving type guy, but now this offseason I want to harp on getting with the street receivers and catching balls outside of practice and stuff like that. So I just want to take my game to the next level with just being more well-rounded.
When you look at that running back room, you got Turmeric, you got TK, you got yourself, you got some other guys coming in trying to get some playing time. What have you learned from guys like Turmeric and TK when it comes to the mental preparation, the game day prep, and getting ready to go out there on a college football field?
Ever since I came here, they've always been one of the guys I looked up to. You had Bus, Kobe, Dom, all those guys. And you just have T-Mac and TK. Those guys they've been in big lights, they've been in big games and big situations. So I don't know. I think it's pretty good to lean on those guys for understanding. So I just try to soak up everything I can from them. And they're really smart players, and they understand everything from the offense. And they're older than me too, so they have that year experience too. So
when you look at this offense, kind of outside of yourself and obviously your teammates there, how explosive can this team be? I mean, not just in the running game, because it looks like this year you guys got a number of players in the wide receiver room that have a lot of talent. So how explosive can this offensive be this year?
We can be very explosive. We got weapons all over the field. I feel like each position that we got people who can make big plays and take it to the house. We got people in the wide receiver room, I think one of the deepest rooms that we got in this program right now. And, every one of those guys are explosive, and they got big-time ability. And I think also in the QB room, you got CP and you got Cam. They're both outstanding players. They both understand the game really well. And, those guys, they're very explosive too. And I want to say lastly, our group, I think we can take the top off anytime too. So I think just this season, I think we just got playmakers all around, and you got to pick your poison.
When it comes to some of the teammates you've got on this team, I know there's you, there's Kellen Entz, there's Carson Hegerly, all EDC guys. You've got a Dutton Heifer from Mandan that you've played against before. What's it like to kind of be at this level, at this program, and have guys that you've either played with or against at high school? I mean, it's kind of a neat thing to see local guys making it on to this NDSU team.
Oh yeah, it's definitely humbling. You see those guys; all those guys are great players and great competitors, and they're also becoming leaders too. Duty himself, he's an outstanding leader. Some people, a guy that people look up to on the team and stuff like that, and he was an outstanding player. Nobody could block that guy in high school, and you see the transition here. Now he's found some success. So I feel like all around we just got guys from the EDC that we know we can play, and we play on one of the highest levels, if not in the FCS.
When it comes to that leadership kind of mentality, I know that there's a lot of guys that talk about leadership on this team. A lot of the guys like yourself that are sophomores, etc., are kind of growing into those leadership roles. Now that you've been here for 3 seasons, what's it like being able to kind of mentor some of the freshmen that come in?
It's definitely been kind of weird because last year we didn't bring in anybody, and the year before that I was a freshman, so I was soaking up everything I could possibly. So it's definitely a different role. It's something that I'm not scared of either, because I'm guessing that's the same thing that the upperclassmen had above me. So it's definitely a new role, and I'm embracing it because that's how this program is. We always bring in new young guys, and we try to show them the tradition, what Bison Pride and this Bison tradition is all about. So, you know, it's not something that I shy away from, but it's something that I'm definitely embracing for sure.
When we've talked to some other former players, some upperclassmen over the years, there's a lot of talk about going through that redshirt year and then your real freshman year, your redshirt freshman year, and it's kind of that gauntlet you have to go through. And it seems like there's a lot of players for NDSU that once they make it through those 2 years and you get to the point you're at now, it seems like you can look back and kind of understand and kind of embrace the suck, if you will, you know, how tough it was through those couple years. Would you say those 2 years were really difficult, is you know, especially physically, or was it just kind of getting used to the mental aspect of the college game?
Physically and mentally. You're coming from a program or a place where you were the top guy, and now you come to NDSU, you're nothing. Like, you literally have to work your way up, and you go on scout team and stuff like that. You're playing against people who are Michael Tutsi, Jocelyn Weber, thudding you up, James Kaiser, Hankey. You know, those first couple of years was tough because you getting a beating in practice. You gotta understand how to take hits, how to deliver hits too, not just receiving them. So I think it's definitely from the physical standpoint, but also from a mental standpoint too, because like you said, one of the top guys, now you're back to square one. It can take a toll on you mentally, and if you're not really strong mentally, it can really hurt you. So I think just being here and finding people who I can talk to about that. Coach Braun, when he was here, I talked to him about that, and he really helped me a lot, understanding where, like, every great player that's been in this program has been through that sucky part. So, you know, you just gotta embrace it, get better, because you're with the ones, best defense in the country, with the ones like that. So embrace it, do what you can, and there's light at the end of the tunnel. So.
Absolutely, that's kind of a recurring thing that I've heard from players. You know, the big question I've asked everybody, because I know it's out there for the fans that are listening and watching. Last season didn't end the way you guys wanted to, and so when we look at that game just as a motivator, how much does that game motivate you, or is it more about your teammates and the coaching staff just kind of motivating you to get that 1% better every day?
Yeah, you got your teammates every day. When we come in the new weight room and the new facilities that we got, we got a chip on our shoulder. We understand that this year it has to be end different. This program is not about taking second place. We always want that first, so get that championship. So I think we just had a chip on our shoulder, understanding that we gotta get back to that place and have a different outcome for sure.
Now you get to start the season at US Bank Stadium. I don't know if you've been there. I don't know if you've ever played there before, but you guys are opening up week one for you guys against Eastern Washington. And, you know, a decent program has had their moments, but you get to open up at a NFL stadium. How cool is that going to be for you guys?
That's going to be so cool. I feel like growing up as a kid, you have those dreams and aspirations and playing an NFL stadium, and being in college, you have a chance to do that. That's crazy. That's something that's like mind-boggling, and something that you never really see yourself actually happening. But you know, it's definitely going to be so fun. I feel like everyone's looking forward to it, but we got to take one day at a time, obviously. But you know, looking down the road like that we're going to be playing there, that's going to be crazy.
Awesome. Well, thank you for your time, Barika. It's been great catching up with you. It's been a while since we've talked to you, obviously, back in your Cheyenne days. Best of luck this year. We'll be rooting for you on the field and watching you from afar. This has been Jay Stemman with the running back Barika Kpeenu for Flag Family Media.